In this video, we're gonna go over a big time Arctic blast that's gonna bring the coldest temperatures of the season, as well as multiple potential winter storms that will bring even more snow to areas like the Midwest and the Northeast. Right before we get into this, go down below, hit that subscribe button down below. It supports the channel, and you won't miss another video just like this. Looking at the current GFS model of the current radar around the United States, you can see we currently have some snow ongoing over there in Ohio, Pennsylvania, and New York. Some lake effect snow ongoing for some of those areas. However, the rest of the day is going to be pretty much quiet for today. As we move forward, though, to 12 a.m. on Saturday, we get some precipitation starting up here in the Ohio Valley. And this is going to bring some snow to Indiana, Ohio, through Pennsylvania, New York, and the Northeast. You're going to see some precipitation down south as well with that rain on Saturday. But overall, a little storm there that will bring a little bit of snow to some of those areas. As we move forward, we do have a potential nor'easter that we will see on Sunday. This will begin on Sunday, where we will see a nor'easter type storm that will bring snow to the Mid-Atlantic and the Northeast. This could bring some decently heavy snow to areas like Long Island and the rest of New England. As you can see there, we're seeing some heavier blues in there, and that goes up through Maine as well. Don't expect anything crazy snow amounts wise, but definitely could see some heavy snow in there, especially for the morning commute on Monday. And then as we move forward on next week on Thursday, we have another potential storm that we will have to watch here, as we have a low pressure system that pops up here 6 a.m. on Thursday with already widespread snow and potential freezing rain. And this is going to be 12 p.m. on Saturday with heavier snow on the southern side of that on that snowstorm with southern Missouri, southern Illinois. With again potential heavy snow with this new storm, and then again potential freezing rain down there in the south and the Carolinas. That snow goes up there all the way up there to Michigan. And then again, make sure to watch this because we could potentially see a big time ice storm with this storm as well. And this could even lead up to another nor'easter for the Northeast, as you can see there, with even more snow for Northeast. So definitely within the next week or so, I do expect a couple of storms here that will definitely impact the Northeast. Let's go and look at the Arctic blast. Now look at current temperature anomalies for today. We're seeing some above average temperatures across the central United States. And near average for the rest of the United States as well. A little cooler for Florida. But overall, we're seeing above average temperatures, especially for areas like that have seen a lot of snow the past couple of weeks. So that could be melting off some of that snow. We will see above average temperatures continue for tomorrow on Friday, right before this Arctic blast hits. As you can see, a lot of reds in there. We're seeing highs of 40s and 50s in here on Friday. But as we get to Saturday, this is going to be 6 a.m. Saturday. These above average temperatures do not last long. As you can see, that cold front is going to be diving to the southeast with much below average temperatures. And this is going to really hit on Sunday. You're going to really feel those cold temperatures on Sunday that are now in Texas and Mississippi, Alabama, and then I go through the rest of the southeast on Sunday, and this will linger. This is Monday. Those temperatures continue. This is Tuesday, and still cold temperatures on Wednesday. That will continue, but it's definitely diminishing off. And as we head through Thursday of next week, you will still see cold temperatures across much of the United States, but overall average temperatures. But once we get to Friday, again, you're going to see another wave of below average temperatures. That will be very noticeable. That won't stick around as long. But let's go and look at those air temperatures and wind chills. Here's those highs for Saturday, and here's those highs for Saturday. This is the beginning of the Arctic blast. Up here in the north, we are seeing highs of negative single digits or single digits. Over here, we head a little bit further south in areas like Nebraska and Iowa. And this is where you're going to see typically of highs of teens and low 20s low 20s for much of the Midwest here or below from there. And down here in the South, once again, this Arctic blast is just hitting. So the South is actually going to get colder through the day on Saturday, and it's really going to feel on Sunday. But Texas, you're already seeing lows of 30s in northern Texas and 40s in central Texas. The Southeast is still decently warm here. But let's move forward to Sunday, and those Sunday highs are definitely a lot colder in Texas. In northern Texas, you're seeing high of 20 up there in the Panhandle. And more of Dallas, you're going to see a high of mid 30s. Houston around 45 degrees. And over here, up here, these are just highs. So we're not looking at wind chills up here. Negative teens up here in the Dakotas and Minnesota. Much of the country is under those highs of 20s and teens. Getting into Monday now, and it's just getting even colder. We're seeing upwards of negative 20s up here in the Dakotas and Minnesota. Florida is seeing 50s. Across the board is pretty much single digits and teens for dozens of states up here in the north. Northeast is either teens or 20s. It depends on where you're at on Monday. On Tuesday is pretty much going to be the same thing, a little bit warmer for the south. But again, you're seeing mostly highs of teens and single digits up here in the Midwest. On Wednesday, it's going to get a little bit, tad bit warmer, where you're going to see highs of single digits and 20s across the Midwest, getting gradually warmer for the south. And then on Thursday, when this is generally going to start to warm up, you're still going to notice those cold temperatures, but it's going to be definitely slightly warmer than it was earlier next week. Now, we are looking at wind chills for middays of this Arctic blast. This is going to be 12 p.m. on Saturday, and wind chills are as low as negative 30 up here in the Dakotas and Minnesota, northern Minnesota. Negative single digits for wind chills. In South Dakota, you're seeing single digits and teens for wind chills across those areas from Michigan to Kansas. And then as we head towards Sunday, here is 12 p.m. on Sunday, and this has just gotten even colder. Was wind chills are down to negative 5 and negative single digits and negative 30s across pretty much the entire states of Minnesota and South Dakota. Potentially Wisconsin could be seeing negative 20s as well of wind chills. You're seeing 20s wind chills down there in Texas, as well as Mississippi, northern Alabama. You're seeing those really, really cold wind chills, especially for the south. And here's Monday, where you're seeing this entire area of the United States is seeing anywhere from negative 10 to negative 40 up here in the Dakotas, Minnesota. Very, very, very cold wind chills on Monday. Down here in the southeast, you're seeing as low as 20s of wind chills. As we get into Tuesday, again, you're going to see those very cold wind chills, negative 25 up there in Minnesota, as well as negatives across the board here, negative either single digits or teens in wind chills across the entire Midwest. And then down here in the South, you're still seeing those wind chills of 40s and 30s, but much warmer than those 20s. And then as we get into Wednesday, it's going to get warmer for the South and a little bit warmer overall for those areas that got impacted by the Arctic blast. But again, you are going to see a little bit of another wave next weekend, right after that big Arctic blast, where you're going to see more wind chills of negative single digits next weekend. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. Hit the like button as it supports the channel. Make sure to leave a comment down below where you're from and if you'll be impacted by this Arctic blast. And share this video with any friends or family that may be interested in these types of videos. But as always, I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe.